So my name is Megan with Lifescape Builders. I started my company in 2017. In 2018, Jesse and I met. I currently, at that time, owned 2 companies and told him if he wanted to date me, he had to build tiny homes with me because that's what I did on nights and weekends. So most people buy tiny homes because they can't afford a regular home. Sometimes that's if it's for themselves. This is an affordable product that allows them to enter the market, not stay renting forever. A lot of other customers are buying them as secondary dwellings because they need grandma and grandpa to come live on site, or they don't want all the kids in the house anymore.
Yeah, so the roof line really was like the anchor point of the rest of kind of like the way we wanted the house to feel and look. And so we played with ideas of not exposing the ceiling on the inside. And because we thought it would be too much, right?
Yeah.
And so then during the framing process, we were coming with all kinds of weird ideas of how to make the ceiling simpler. And we both just stopped and looked at it and go, you know what? No, let's leave the inside exposed so you could see that.
The interior design really came into play from, obviously, how the light was going to flow through the space was a super important part. That's probably one of the #1 things I think about when we're laying out a tiny home, for it to have the feel of a home and for it to evoke an emotion. That's normally my #1 key, is evoking that emotion when you walk into the tiny home, that you're pleasantly surprised by the amount of space that's still surrounding you, and you're also unable to describe or put your finger on that feeling.
One day a rep just kind of showed up at our shop and I went out to meet him and I was like, I'm sorry, can I help you? What do you need? And he said, oh, I'm with Willis. And I was like, okay, well, what do you guys do? And he said, oh, well, we provide solid surface and laminates and other various products of that nature. And then I said, okay, well, yeah, these are all products that we do use. And so we had a little short conversation. He left his business card, and then, we just kind of filed away for a while. And then once we started thinking of this year's show house, we remembered that he had left a keychain of a bunch of laminates. And so we started thumbing through them and we stumbled upon the Tuit, and both of us instantly stopped and were like, this is the one we have to have. Like, this is the most unique one I've ever seen. And we were both like, yes, we have to have this.
The reason we picked Corian solid surface was for a few reasons. #1, weight is a big thing when we talk tiny homes on wheels. So that eliminates a lot of products out the gate. But then it also comes down to profile. It has to go down to durability of that product. And the Corian also being repairable was also a very important part. We had sold this house. By the time we had picked all the countertops out, we already had the buyer in mind, and that buyer had let us know that they were going to be taking the unit and making it into a short-term rental. So we wanted to make sure that we had something that was going to be durable for a short-term rental, and that if for some reason somebody decided to get crazy and crack it, then it could be repaired and look like new. Yeah.
Another advantage of working with Willis was the fact that they have these relationships across different industries and different products. So when we had an idea, they were able to help us to kind of broaden our vision and help inspire certain aspects of the build that we may not have otherwise thought were possible. And one of those things was through MR walls. We had kind of discussed about maybe doing a solid Corian shower or something, but we kind of thought, well, it might be a little flat, it's just a lot of smooth. And then that's when Willis said, hey, we have this company that we partner with exclusively. They only use the Corian brand, and they do these 3D CNC panels. And we said, well, what? And so once they showed us the brochure,
said 3D.
We're like,
we were sold.
Oh yes. And then she said, well, how much is that gonna cost? And I go, I don't know, I think it's worth it. And so we looked into it.
Then we realized we could backlight it.
Oh, and then yes.
And then when we're like, we can backlight it? Like, wait, like you can actually see through the Corian?
Yeah, and it really lent to an amazing shower that would not have been possible without that connection through Willis.
Yeah. The buyer of this home actually happens to be the mother of last year's buyer of the Tiny Fest show home. So she wanted to buy a tiny house last year, and she took her daughter, she had her daughter tag along with her to Tiny Fest, and her daughter ended up buying the tiny house out from underneath her mom. So this year, her mom called me and said, I want this year's show house. And I said, okay, well, we haven't finished it. And I said, I have renderings, but like, are you down? Because I'm gonna make decisions and you're not gonna get a say in it. And she said, I absolutely 100% trust you. I saw what you did last year. Do your thing and I'm on board. So she did. Her daughter did try to buy it out from underneath her again this year. She said, if mom doesn't buy it, I want it. And so I was like, well, I'm glad to see we got repeat customers.
We usually tailor a custom piece for the customer.
Yes.
So as a customer, you're not just getting a pretty house, you're also getting a very personal touch that is special for you, that will never be repeated in somebody else's house.